What is up, everybody? This is Aaron Haas, and this is the Love Works podcast. Yo, I've got a dope guest here today. A friend of mine, somebody that actually works with me now. Today. I don't even know what I said.
I think he said today.
I might have, but I didn't mean to.
It's fine.
So hey, it's a good day. I'm excited about it because this episode's fire. It's one that you're going to remember. This story of this person is amazing. So I'm excited about that. Come on. She got a powerful story. She is a friend of mine. She does social media stuff for me now. She does production stuff for me now. We're working her into that, and she's incredibly talented. She's a hustler. If you give her a challenge, she's going to complete that challenge because that's just who she is. Mm-hmm. This guest is a friend of mine that goes by the name Hannah Willams. Woo! It's like everybody goes crazy. Yeah. Yeah.
You need one of those.
I probably have one, honestly.
Machine things.
I have it.
Do you?
Yeah.
Figure out how to use it.
I mean, I sort of know how. I just don't use it often. So, yeah. All right, Hannah. Tell the world about you a little bit, because I mean, you're just now this is basically the introduction to you working with me.
Yeah.
So tell the world about you. What do you like to do? What's something fun for you?
So currently I am 5 months sober,
Come
alcohol
on.
free. I'm kind of new to the whole social media thing. I'm learning as I go. Even with working for you, I'm just learning as I go.
Yeah, come on.
Outside of that, I'm big on Legos. I'm like a Lego nerd.
What's your go-to Lego?
Like the cars.
Lego. Do you have a favorite Lego car?
Not really. I just build. Literally, I just waste my money on Legos, and then I build it, and then just set it on the shelf, and
I get that.
Yeah, that's it.
Legos are they're like diamonds.
Yeah.
For kids. Those things are expensive.
Yeah.
But Legos, I've got the Lego botanical set, like the flowers or whatever, and I got them in my room. It's literally, I have 3 plants in here. The Charlie Brown Christmas tree. I've got a plant that's dying in my windowsill, and then I've got the Lego flowers. So, yeah.
Yeah, I don't have Lego flowers yet, but I want to get, one of the big sets.
Yeah.
I don't want to just, go waste money on, the small one. Because if I'm going to buy Legos, I like to go all out so that I know it's worth my money.
Come on.
The more pieces it has, the more willing I am to buy it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I actually broke my Lego flowers the other day. I hit them with my shirt by accident and knocked them. The whole thing fell over.
That's a crime.
Yeah, I had to rebuild it. Well, not all the way, but put pieces back onto it, so that kind of sucked.
Lego people know that that's a crime, and they are crying right now.
They're upset at me?
Yeah, they're really upset with you right now.
Yeah, it shows that I'm not a Lego person.
Yeah,
and I
actually we're not doing this anymore.
Yeah. No, that's good.
Just leave.
Yeah, they're I'm done with this. I don't even want to be on this dumb podcast. Terrible. Whatever. All right, here we go. Hannah, so you are, tell me how many days sober you are.
We could check.
Yeah, let's check. So
I don't know the exact day. I just know 5 months.
Yeah, that's awesome. So you've been on this journey of sobriety.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when we first talked, I actually was like, Hannah, I want to talk to you because I believe we relate. I love finding people that I can relate to in some ways. And I was like, Hannah, you've got a story that's going to impact people. And I remember you telling me yeah, I'm working through sobriety right now. I'm 1 or 2 days in, or a weekend, or you weren't super long in.
Yeah, I actually wasn't even keeping track of my days at that time. So I didn't even I relapsed after that conversation.
Well, not come on to the relapse, but come on to the recovery.
But yeah, I wasn't keeping track of my days. It's not that I didn't care. It was more so that I was scared that if I kept track, it was keeping track up until failure.
Wow.
And now I just, after I relapsed, I kind of, I really put some thought into it. And I was like, you know what? Let me just download this little app.
Come on.
And I started keeping track of my days. And dude, it's so rewarding. When I hit 100 days, I thought, bro, I was on top of the world for real.
Come on. That's worth it.
But we got 162 days.
162 days of sobriety. Isn't that the most insane thing ever? Hannah, I remember when we were first talking, we were in my car and I was just like, I think I was just like, tell me everything.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even care. Like, I'm somebody that will not care.
Yeah.
And that's why I do this podcast, because I'm like, I love just hearing who people are, the depth of who they are. And I'm going to bring guests on that piss people off. And I just like controversy. So come on. But yeah, I remember we were talking and you were like, yeah, I'm just a few days sober. And I said, that's awesome. You still can impact people.
Mm-hmm.
Like your story right now, there's somebody out there that don't even think that they can get to 1 day sober.
Yeah.
So why don't you start sharing that story right now? Get on social media. Start implementing truths about what you believe.
Mm-hmm. If
you do relapse, okay, whatever. You still have the opportunity to say like, man, I still make mistakes. And you're doing that right now. Like, man, after that, I relapsed, and I'm like, oh, dude, that's like cool. Now you're back at it. You're still hustling. You're still making the moves. When I first brought you onto my team, I had a conversation with you. It was like probably 2 or 3 hours, actually. It's crazy. And I was like, let's create goals. And at the time, you didn't even have your license. Yeah. Right. And so I'm sitting there at this table with you, and I'm like, Hannah, like if you're gonna be on my team, we got to make some things happen. Like I want to make sure you're a hustler. And you were like, all right, how so? And I said, you don't have your license right now. Within this next, I think it was 3 weeks. I said 3 weeks from now, you need to have your permit. Mm-hmm. And shoot, like a week and a half later, you were like, hey, I'm going to get my permit. And I was like, no freaking way, she's doing the things. Yeah. And now you're working on getting your license. So come on, man.
Yeah, I hopped on that. Like you were like, listen, we're not doing this if you don't get your license. And I was like, okay.
Dude, and that's what I appreciate in people. I'm like, if you can't hustle, or if you're not willing to make, not even hustle, like hustle is probably a bad word, but like if you're not willing to make improvements on yourself, and grow, then like there's not, your opportunities are limited. Mm-hmm. So always be in that developmental stage. And I love that about who you are. And I'm excited to see how much more you're cultivated from the first time I met you to now. You're doing incredible things. So keep it up. Keep it up.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, Hannah. So I want the world to know more about who you are. So you have a crazy story. Mm-hmm. Unpack it.
Yeah. Okay. So I honestly don't even know where to begin.
You partied a lot.
I did party a lot.
You partied a lot, and you also were like, you've done things that maybe even like you were ashamed of.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Guess what? Me too.
I feel like I've literally lived so many different lives.
Wow.
Because, it was like Pentecostal church as a child, and then kind of being torn in and out of that a lot.
Yeah.
And then completely out of the church, and then like 14-year-old me was a little party animal out of nowhere. I think a lot of it was just trying to figure out where I fit in.
Yeah.
Because, like I wanted to be in the church, but also because I had been of the world, I guess. Yeah. So for so long, or for so many times, I didn't feel like I fit in with those kids or like the girls. But I also feel like I didn't really fit in with some people like of the world, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I don't know, I found the group of kids that did whatever they wanted, whenever they wanted, and I just followed with them.
Wow.
And that's ultimately kind of how I became an alcoholic. And at one point I was just the drug addict kid, and then I took out the drugs because I was scared of dying and just replaced it with alcohol. Wow. So I was always that one that was just replacing, like I would do pills for a while, and then I would smoke weed for a while, and then I eventually just replaced it all with alcohol.
Wow.
And it's not the way to go for sure. Like,
Right. What would you tell the person out there listening right now that is listening and is like, man, alcohol's got like chains wrapped around me and I can't break free, or feel like they can't break free?
you can. Like, I know it's kind of hard because everybody's situation is a little bit different,
Right.
you know? But I feel like for that person that's trying to break free, like, the only thing you can do is just stop. Like, if you got a bottle of alcohol or even a case of beer or whatever your choice is, go dump it out right now. Like, go dump it out.
Wow.
Because
Yeah.
that's where it begins. You either throw it out, get rid of it, or dump it out.
Yeah. Start now.
Like, yeah, start now.
That's always a fun concept too, because like we have so many habits we fall into as people, and it's like, oh, I'll just end whenever I'm out of this. Or vape, like, oh yeah, my vape's almost gone, I'll just be done then. And
So
then
many people do that and fail.
Exactly. So it takes the action of saying, oh, I've still got something left in this. I've still got something that feels like I might lose part of my investment, but I'm just going to toss it and say, hey, I'm moving on to the next thing. And this next thing is going to be way better, way healthier. It's going to improve me as a person. I'm going to challenge myself. I'm going to grow, and I'm going to be in a place I never expected myself to be. So that's awesome that you're doing that.
Yeah. Also, I do want to say, like, don't just throw out the alcohol. Like, either go find some AA or NA or whatever it is whatever your problem is. Like, go to either groups that help you recover from that, or go find a doctor.
Yeah.
And if you're terrified of that stuff, like I was, because I have never gone to AA or NA. Like,
tell me what NA is.
It's Narcotics Anonymous.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I didn't know. I thought you could do both at the same time. So I guess it's.
Yeah, I have no idea how that stuff works. But
I don't know. Yeah.
But that's why I just went to church, because there's no better AA than God, really.
Yeah, that's cool.
But yeah, either like go find your local church, or just, if you're too scared to do that, just go find the closest person you are, like the closest person you. My brain just stopped.
Hey, it's okay, man. Sometimes my brain just be dying. I'm like, what just happened in my head?
Like, all my words just combined.
Yeah.
The whoever you're closest to, just go talk to them. Tell them you need help. Be honest with them. And I mean, if they love you, they're gonna help you. They're not just gonna watch you suffer. Like,
wow. I believe that too. And that's why I think it's really cool where you're at. Like, you're saying, I'm gonna lean on other people to help me. And I'm also gonna use my influence now to help other people.
Yeah.
Your social media pages are just a testimony of that. And I love that about you, that you're saying, I'm going to step into something cool. Hannah, all right, so you're 14 years old. You get introduced to drugs and alcohol. What was your very first experience with drugs? Like, do you remember that? Do you remember the first time you ever took drugs or alcohol?
I remember the first time I smoked weed.
Yeah.
I can't remember, like, the first time I got drunk. I can't remember, like, the first time doing pills. But I do remember the first time I got high, like, from weed.
How was that?
I laughed the entire time and watched Trailer Park Boys. And
great-ish movie. It's kind of a really weird movie that I actually don't like, so it's not great at all.
It's a show.
Oh, it's a show?
Yeah. They have movies.
Maybe that's what I saw. I saw something on Netflix about it, so I never seen it. Shows that.
But yeah, I just remember, like, laughing the entire time, but that's probably why I continued to smoke, because everything they told you, or like what movies show you, does not happen.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, the first time I ever smoked weed. This is a funny story. Maybe it was the first time. It was one of the first times I ever smoked weed. I remember I had the munchies, bro. Like, I had the munchies so hardcore.
Oh yeah, I ate a whole bag of chips, bro.
Yeah, I ate an entire loaf of bread, and but I might have been high, but I was like smart enough while I was high. I still didn't eat the butt pieces because nobody eats butt bread. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And so I do that, and then I throw it in the closet, like the butt bread in the closet or whatever. And my dad comes upstairs the next day and he's yelling at me. He's like, "Why the hell did you eat a whole loaf of bread? I just bought the loaf of bread. You're fat ass." I don't even know what he said, but it was just like, I was like, "Yeah, I didn't even tell him. I was just like, yeah, my bad. I was hungry." And so, yeah, I ate a loaf of bread, but it's whatever. I'm a thug like that.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, I know. I just
interesting that was your choice. Like,
sometimes you just eat things, and that's what I eat. So
okay.
yeah. So, all right. So I want to know, you've had a really wild experience growing up.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me about your dad.
Oh, okay. So I don't even know like where to really start with this. I guess I could start like with how it like when I met him.
Yeah.
So I met him for the first time when I was like 3, but it was very like short and sweet. Like we met at a restaurant, and that was
Why'd you have to meet your father?
So I believe when I was like 9 months old, like my mom lived here in Michigan with my dad. They were still together. They were married. Like, I believe when I was 9 months old, they split, got a divorce. I still don't know why.
Yeah.
I don't really care to know why, to be honest.
Yeah.
And then my mom moved us to Illinois, and he stayed here. So when I was about 3, my mom said that's when I started asking about who my dad was.
Yeah.
And I remember like when I was little, like I would ask like questions about, oh, what does my dad look like? And my mom would be like, oh, he's got long hair. And I'd be like, so he's like Jesus?
Hey, man, I would love that. I would love
like
my
dad's Jesus? What do you mean? Because
Yeah.
he was like, my mom would be like, oh yeah, he like builds houses. And I'm like, he is Jesus.
Come on, man.
So yeah, I had this like really cool idea of my dad when I was little. And then
did you think of him as a superhero, even though like you never knew him?
Yeah, like yeah.
That's super cool.
But after I met him, like we might have came up to visit a few times, but I can't really like remember it.
Wow.
But when I was, I want to say 10, I stayed with him for one summer. And I mean, we were close, but it was weird.
Yeah.
It was awkward. Because you 10
felt like
years,
you didn't know him.
Yeah. It's like going and just your mom dropping you off at a stranger's house and being like, all right, have fun.
Probably exactly what it was like.
Yeah.
Wow.
But after that summer, we stayed in Illinois for about another year, and then we moved back, and we all lived in the same trailer park.
Yeah.
So, I had opportunity to see my dad all the time when we lived in the trailer park.
Yeah.
But it was weird. Mm-hmm. Like, it felt like going and seeing a stranger, really. Even though I had spent a whole summer with him, like, it's not enough time to get to know him like that. The only thing I knew is he liked Steelers, and he wanted me to like Steelers.
Wow. And you adopted that?
Yeah, I did.
Steelers fan. That's awesome. My father's a Steelers fan.
Yeah, Steelers kind of suck, though.
Yeah, man. They do. They suck.
Yeah, like, I'd never watched them play before, and I think it was, I don't even know when, but it was this year. Like, I just decided to watch the game, and I was like, why did he like these? like why?
This team sucks. No, that's
like,
good.
This is boring.
Dude, Ben Roethlisberger, his years were good. Those were good years for the Steelers.
I don't even know.
Oh man, he was the former quarterback. Okay. Big Ben, come on, shout out. Yeah. So all right. So you had this odd relationship with your father.
Yeah.
Did that ever create something in you where you were like, man, I just crave his attention. I'm hurting, striving for something.
It was like yes and no.
Yeah.
Like, I would have my moments, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I wasn't one of those, like, all the time, like, oh, I wish my dad would just call me, or...
Yeah.
But it was, like, there would be moments where I'd be like, oh, like, I wish I had my dad.
Yeah.
Like, our relationship was very rocky, especially once I hit that age where I started experimenting with drugs and everything I was doing. It was like me and my mom would argue, and then I would call my dad, and then I'd be like, oh, I'm moving out. I'm going to stay with my dad. No,
Right.
I didn't. No, I wasn't.
Right.
But then there would be times where, like, my parents would get into an argument because he paid child support. And they would get into some sort of argument. My mom would block him, and then he would message me trying to get me in the middle of it. And it's just like, I don't want any part of this.
It's hard.
So it made a lot of things difficult.
Right. I believe that. And so in your season of partying, is that when you experimented with like being in the gay community, or did you find yourself questioning that before drugs and alcohol?
That was before.
Okay.
Like, I believe when I was 12, 13. Actually, the original reason why I cut all my hair off was not because of that conclusion.
Okay.
Like, I hadn't even really discovered that, but when I was like 12 or 13, that's when I decided I just want to cut all my hair off. I was rocking the Bieber cut.
Come on, shout out Bieber.
Yeah.
I would love to have him on the podcast one day. Like, let me get to that level and be like, hey, Justin Bieber, I'll pay you whatever amount just to be here.
Yeah.
I would love that.
Oh, yeah.
Because I want to know his story. He's got a crazy story. And so he's been in fame for so long. And I appreciate who he is. So, yeah.
What was I saying?
Yeah, so you were mentioning, like, you were cutting your hair. You cut your hair. You were 12. Yeah.
So yeah, I cut all my hair off, and the actual reason is because I had no idea how to take care of my hair.
Okay.
I would just let it get knotted up, and then, like, my mom or my sister would go to brush it out, and then I'd scream and cry and, like,
I'm tired of this.
Yeah.
We're cutting it all off. I don't want to do with hair no more.
So I just cut it off. My mom cried as I got it cut.
Oh, did you cut it?
No, I went somewhere, but she, like, bawled her eyes out the whole time. Yeah.
It's gotta be hard.
Yeah, because my hair was, like,
long.
It was pretty long.
Okay. And you're growing it back right now, right?
Yeah.
Come on.
I don't know how long I'll let it get, but
yeah,
I feel like if it's too long, we're just gonna be back to where I don't know what to do with it.
Right.
And then I'm gonna be like, all right.
Yeah. So yeah, continue. So your discovery of this.
So then I think, like, a year had passed, and, like, I just, like, felt myself not liking guys as much. Like, I was boy crazy, okay? Like,
What do you think that transition? Why do you think that transition happened? Do you think it was actually because your father moved back, and maybe it was like a natural response of just, like, anxiety?
I honestly have no idea. Like, that's just something I've just struggled with, like.
Yeah.
Because, I was always taught, like, that's not natural. That's not normal. And, like, even today, like, it's still hard to try to figure that out. Like,
right.
Like, did God make me this way, or did I make myself this way, and I have something that's unhealed that I'm unaware of? So it's hard to kind of figure that out. But as of right now, like, just because, like, I'm trying to be sober and stay sober, and I'm kind of getting more involved in my faith.
Yeah.
I'm just not pursuing anybody.
Wow.
Just because I don't care to right now.
It's awesome.
And I think if I got attached to somebody and then got my heart broke, like,
spiral.
Yeah, that's because I typically do that.
That's awesome. That's awesome
yeah.
that you have this knowledge and wisdom to say, you know what? I'm in a season right now where I'm going to grow.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, even though I'm unsure of where I'm at, I'm going to say, I'm willing to put a pause on this because I know this right here is more important.
Yeah.
And so you're growing spiritually. You're growing emotionally, and I've just watched you just grow all the way together. Like you're doing incredible things. And so I'm really proud of you.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, all right. So right now you're in a season. You're 21, right? You're 21 years old. What's your dream? What's your dream? Let's hear it. Don't hold back. I want to hear everything.
I mean, I feel like I'm still kind of figuring that out.
Right.
Ironically enough, when I was little, I wanted to be a preacher so bad.
Come on,
I wanted to be just like my papa.
Yeah.
Which right now I don't think that would be a great idea. I just don't think I would be ready for that just yet, even if I did want to still do that. But I'm really digging like the social media thing.
Come on.
Like, I'm terrified of going viral, but I feel like if I did, I could really, like, it would be really impactful.
Yeah.
Like,
I think you'll do some impactful things on social media. Tell me about your papa. You mentioned him briefly just a second ago. And he has played a tremendous role in your life and in who you are today. So tell the world a little bit about him and even maybe some of the heartbreak that you've experienced with him.
Okay. So yeah, my papa, we love him so much. He is a preacher. He was kind of that more of a like father figure in a sense.
Yeah.
To me and my sister.
He was always around too, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Love that.
I mean, there was a time where we did live in Arkansas and he was still in Illinois, but
yeah. What brought you to Arkansas?
My mom got a boyfriend.
Shout out boyfriends, I guess. Yeah.
But yeah, like my papa has always been very like supportive in anything me and my sister or like now my brother, anything we've wanted to do. But also trying to help guide us in the right direction without like shoving it down our throats. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like he was very concerned whenever I cut all my hair off and started changing my style and stuff. Like he like pulled out some scriptures and was like, I want you to know that this is like, I'm only showing you this stuff because I genuinely love you and I don't want something bad to happen tomorrow and like you not make it with us.
Wow. Like
in his mind, because he is apostolic Pentecostal.
Yeah.
So he very strongly...
He knows that dance. Come on.
Yeah.
He's out there dancing. He's like, breathe.
Oh my gosh, he is so cute. He does this now because he's so old now.
Yeah.
He's hilarious.
He's rocking that Donald Trump praise break.
Like...
I out there, yeah. That's crazy. Yeah. And you were telling me earlier, this is just a side note, you were telling me earlier that you've never learned, like, you used to do some crazy dances or something when you were a kid.
Oh yeah, my mom said I used to like put my arms like this and just like throw myself forward.
Come on. I probably do that now. I don't even know. I just be dancing. I'll be doing whatever. So yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, I'm sure people have caught me do that a time or two.
Come on. Yeah, like, come on. It's like, man. And it's caught in the spirit right now.
Yeah, whole time I'm just don't know how to dance.
That's good. Yeah, me neither. That's good.
But yeah, he very much believes in like the rapture. Yeah. And like
that's like all he preaches on. I'm just like
that's actually what a lot of them do preach on.
Yeah.
It's just like you need to be speaking in tongues and the rapture's coming, by the way. And it's like that's scary.
Yeah, yeah.
But he's actually not like that anymore. Wow. He used to be. Like I remember like when I was little he was like that, but he's not really like that anymore now. He teaches things now.
Yeah. Like
there's more teaching and learning. But yeah, he's always been very supportive of anything we've ever done. He was actually so supportive in me working with you. He went and bought me a MacBook, bro.
Come on. Yeah,
dude.
Her MacBook's better than mine, and we're using mine right now to record this stuff. I'm like, dang. I'm like, I need to get her papa to be my papa. You know what I'm saying? So
you guys need to meet. I need to introduce you guys.
I would love to meet him. I seriously would. I would seriously love to meet him.
Yeah, he's a cool dude.
Yeah. It would be cool engage with, and I would love to just hear about who he is and even his story.
Yeah, his story is pretty wild. I don't want to tell it for him because I don't want to get anything wrong, because a lot of his things were before I was even born.
Right.
So.
And there was a lot of chaos even within the church with him.
Yeah.
And that caused a little strain for you.
Mm-hmm.
What did that look like for you? I don't want to go into it because it's not me personally, but you share what you need to share.
So basically, in that world, the apostolic world, it's almost as if.
Tell people what apostolic even means. Like, break it down for somebody that's listening. It's like, I don't even know what the hell apostolic is. Is it like a food or something or what? Yeah.
So I almost don't even actually know how to explain it. So think of Amish. And then think of Christian.
Okay.
Like you.
Okay.
And combine that. That's what I think apostolic is. Like they think they are holier than thou, like holier than Aaron over here.
Right.
Holier than
not
me.
that holy. I'm really not. I just be doing things.
Yeah. But I don't really, because I have like family members and things that are like that I'm close to that are still apostolic, and they are not that way. But there is a lot of them that are. Yeah. And it's sad. But there's like a lot of them are very judgmental. Yeah. But like the women, they don't believe in cutting their hair. They don't believe in wearing makeup or like even wedding rings. They don't wear wedding rings.
I'm gonna ask you a question. In that, after a lot of the mess that happened, you end up going back to your papa's church, and you weren't welcome there, right?
Yeah. So
tell me about that experience.
So he had made a mistake, and the church wanted him to resign, so he did. And my best friend, his dad, told my mom that they were having some event at the church for kids or whatever. And my best friend wanted me to go. So they come and pick me up, and we get there, and the new preacher that had taken over the church came up to me. I had to have been like 6, 7, maybe 8. Wow. I don't even. But he came up to me and told me I needed to leave, and that God spoke to him and said that me and my family were not welcome. That's
the craziest thing in the world. First off, nobody should ever tell an 8-year-old, hey, you're not welcome in church, because that'll always be implanted in their head till the day they die. So I'm sorry that happened to you. And I'm excited that you're here at Relevant Church. Shout out Relevant Church. If I could run an ad every single episode, I would. And I practically do. I talk about it all the time. But I just love that you're in a place where you can be accepted. So
yeah, it's definitely like the best church in the world for sure.
Come on, shout out.
Like I was actually talking with somebody the other day, and I was like, I'm surprised I'm even like allowed to be part of like production or like serving, because like I'm gay or like I look like a boy. And they were like, that's that Pentecostal in you, and you need to get rid of it, because the only difference between our sin and your sin is yours is worn on the outside. Right. We're all sinners.
You're also in a place where you're growing, and there's some Christians out there that aren't, like you're saying, I'm putting a pause to this because I'm willing to grow. And that's what's incredible about you. So you're just, right now, you're even just figuring things out, which is really interesting and beautiful. So I appreciate that. All right, I like to ask just fun questions too.
Okay.
If you were to be best friends with any just like movie character, not the actor or actress, but like any movie character, which movie character are you going to be best friends with?
Okay, I feel like me and Goofy from like.
Okay.
Was it
Mickey Mouse?
Mickey Mouse, yeah. Me and Goofy.
Y'all just gonna be chilling?
Yeah.
What y'all doing together? Like if you're hanging out with Goofy, like are y'all watching a movie? What are y'all doing?
I don't know, because Goofy's a dog, right?
Basically. Yeah, he's a dog.
I think we're on a walk, but we're like...
That almost sounds wrong.
Listen.
Like it almost like you're taking him for a walk.
No, we are on we're on a little stroll.
Okay.
Like if me and you were going for a walk, Aaron.
Right.
So me and Goofy, right? We're maybe like downtown. Can I say Niles?
You can say whatever you want to say.
Like downtown Niles at the Riverfront Park, and we're just chilling.
Right.
That's actually my favorite place to be.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I go there like every
park.
Friday.
Oh, for real? I love that park, dude. I love seeing all the people there. There's a lot of really cool people, a lot of interesting people, and you can hear people's stories. I just sit with people at benches sometimes, so it's really cool.
Do you creep people out?
Probably. I don't know. I have no idea. I really just, some people just come up and sit next to me. Like I'll just be sitting at a bench working on something, and they'll come sit up next to me, and I'll just talk to them for a while.
Okay.
And I love it. I love it. I think there's a couple that sat next to me one time that I think about all the time, and I want to see them again. So yeah. Anyway, that's besides.
That's awesome though.
Yeah, some great people. Yeah. So all right, Hannah. So Goofy would be a person you would hang with.
Yeah.
Let's say you have an unlimited amount of money. What are you gonna do with that first?
An unlimited amount of money. Yeah. I don't know. I think I would try to either like, I don't even know. Like, I think I would get out of my mom's house.
Yeah.
First, like that would be the first thing I do, is get my own home. Like, and it doesn't even have to be like a house. Like, I would be so content with an apartment.
Well, that's where I live, so
like,
hopefully it's not a bad thing. Apartments are cool. Promise. I promise.
Like, I live in the basement, for crying out loud. An apartment would be
glorious. Yeah. Come on.
And then I'd probably like make sure I have a good car.
Come on.
And then go from there. Like,
that's good. That's good. On this podcast, I have a tradition I just started where I allow my guests to ask me any question, uncut, unfiltered, and I answer it completely honestly. I want to give you an opportunity to ask me that question right now.
Okay. This is a hard one. Okay. Okay, so if the roles were reversed and this was like my podcast.
Right.
And I was interviewing you, what would your episode be about? Like what story would you tell?
Oh man, I would tell like honestly, good job for that question. Honestly, I would probably talk about just my journey of I'm a former cross-dresser, so I talked about that on the episode with Coyle, and I never planned to ever mention that really. And so I would probably mention that and be like, hey, listen, we're in a place where we can love people. Yeah. We can love across boundaries. The people that you see right now on the street, why don't you love them? The people that you see that probably are hurting, love them. Somebody that you don't like, love them. You know, like I'm probably blabbering, but whatever. I have thought this for the past few days. I want to smell like the people I'm around.
Okay.
I want to literally be in a place where I'm around so many people that might be hurting or in a sad spot in life. And I want people to be like, Aaron, why do you smell weird? I really do. It sounds weird, but like, why do you smell weird? And then I want to be able to say like, yeah, I've just been around the right people, loving them, and even having people in my corner that love me.
Yeah. And
so those are the type of relationships I think are important.
Oh yeah.
Because you have no idea who right now is thinking like, man, I might just commit suicide tonight.
Yeah.
And so they might put it on the outside that they're doing really well. On the inside, they're hurting. They're crumbling.
And most people who are hurting that badly, they do that.
Yeah.
Like,
oh, been there, done that.
Yeah.
Been there, done that. And so also reassuring people like, hey, you can make the mistakes and you can talk about them.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would talk about that for sure. I would definitely talk about that. I would talk about and I would probably talk about just like just a lot of things I mentioned on Cole's episode. We would probably talk about like I scrambled for acceptance. Yeah. Scrambled for it. Like I wanted acceptance everywhere. It's a thing for me. Like it's like, man, I just want to be loved. And so I would probably even talk about where that stems from. Does it stem from family stuff? Probably. Does it stem from like broken relationships I've had in the past? Yes. Like all these things are true. So like, why not mention it here so that other people that are listening are like, oh shit, I'm kind of like Aaron. And so
I mean, I realized that with like with Coil's episode.
yeah,
Like I was listening and I was like, I didn't realize how much I related to Aaron and Coil.
Come on.
Like there's just so many things. Like I also like, even with putting myself out there on social media, like once you upload that video, a million things go through your head. It's like,
it's like delete.
Right.
Yep.
Like, it's like, okay, was that too cringy? Like, I did the promo video and I was like, was that cringy? Because I was all hyped up on caffeine and I was just like extremely hyper in that video. And I was like, was that too cringy? Like, is anybody gonna even like this? Are they gonna be interested?
Yeah.
So
I think those are interesting questions to ask yourself. And I think that we also get in our heads so much that we backtrack on things that are important.
yeah.
And so we've got to get to a place where we don't talk ourselves out of the important things. Oh man, what if this is not a good idea? What if people are going to think this? But I'm like, all right, ask yourself a question. Am I loving someone? Am I making sure that someone is safe? And is there growth all around this?
Yeah.
Man, go for it. Go for it. And so, man, you're doing great things. You got any final thoughts, any closing thoughts, things that you want to tell the world?
I think, I don't know.
Yeah.
I think that, you know, if you're someone like me who's really struggling with either substance abuse or anything of that nature, or just struggling with anything in general, like, don't hold it in. Like, really find somebody either you trust or, like I said earlier, like go to AA or go to your local church, like wherever you feel most comfortable, and seek the help.
Come on.
Because the longer you sit in it, the harder it is to get out of it.
That's right.
Like, it's like digging your own grave, really.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and you can do it, bro. Like,
you can do it.
Look at me.
Come on, you're doing it.
Like,
you're doing it.
I didn't think I would be sober.
Yeah.
Like, that's weird. Like, sometimes I'm just like, this is weird.
It's like, dude, do you feel like you have a clearer mind?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I love that.
I mean, I still get brain fog.
Yeah.
But
I've noticed that since, like, I've broken some of just my addictions.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's breaking. Like, I think you're like, addiction is like, man, you're always in a process. And so, in that, I've been like, man, my mind is clear. My body feels clear. I feel better physically even. And so, I've experienced that a lot. So I get that a lot. Man, Hannah, thank you for coming on.
Of course. Thank you for letting me be on here. And like, honestly, I just want to, can I like say something else real quick?
Come on.
Okay. So I genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, have wanted to thank everybody that helped me in this journey. And there's just so many that it's hard to like keep track. So like, honestly, to the person who told me that this was going to be beautiful on the other end, and I laughed at you for that. And I see it now. Like I see it. Like, it's beautiful over here for real.
Come on. Hey, we're going to title the episode, It's Beautiful Over Here for Real.
Yeah.
It's beautiful over here for
That's
real.
That's a good title.
It's a great title because guess what? What we thought was always going to be dark, we were going to be stuck in it and never have an exit. Hey, guess what? It's beautiful over here. Come on, bro. You're welcome over here too. And they're probably sitting there laughing like, oh man, I can't make it. I can't make it 163 days. That's impossible. No. It's beautiful over here, bro. Come on. Trust me.
Dude, it's so worth it.
Come on.
But like, honestly, really just like, thank you to anybody and everybody who's spoken life into me.
Yeah.
Because if it wasn't for people like that, I really probably wouldn't have made it past even day 2.
Wow.
And then eventually got to 30 days. Like,
come on.
So really, like, just thank you to everybody. And even you, like, you've given me this opportunity to learn something new and grow and like production is crazy.
I believe in you. That's why I do it. So I'm proud of you. I'm excited about this. You're going to crush it. And guess what? This is the Love Works podcast. This was a dope episode with a dope friend of mine. And make sure you follow us on Instagram at LoveWorksMVT. And check out our store, loveworks.cc. Go ahead and check out some merch.
And use my code.
Come on.
It's PIMP in all caps, like PIMP.
Come
all
on.
caps, no space.
There
use
you
it.
go. And you
Thank
get 10% off. So check it out. Love y'all a bunch. Peace out.